And we're back. All right, folks, it's been a long time. Quite a few months, probably 2 or 3 months. We're recording this early just to get a head start on the backlog when things pile up again. But we took a few months off because the short answer is life got busy. The slightly longer short answer is that when I started this channel and when we started going weekly, I was unemployed. And so I had lots of time to review Quest 64 and talk about MIDI. But I'm not unemployed anymore. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm a fully responsible adult by some definitions. Hopefully we're going to get to like a bi-weekly model every other week, but I won't let it go less than a month at a time because, yeah, it's been a long time since our last video dropped. But anyway, we're back is the news. Do you have thoughts on us being back?
Yeah, you know, I've been hyped up about like so much of what we got in our backlog. Not to, well, I mean, we are self-promoting. That's kind of the point, but it's like, I'm trying to be impartial here, but also we have some goods lined up that I'm like, I've been like clamoring to see them.
It's some delicious videos coming, I must say. Yes, Computer Lab Hijinks. I am hereby dubbing this because of the hiatus, and there might be other hiatuses. We are entering season 2 of Computer Lab Hijinks. I have declared it, and I must say our first year went better than expected. We had some hits like the Quest 64 video, lows like the convention vlogs, which, folks, I'm going to keep making convention vlogs until YouTube starts charging for server space. Because right now we can just make videos that no one watches and it doesn't cost us anything except for production. But until that day comes, and I'm confident that day might eventually come. Who knows? YouTube might go the Vimeo route circa 2013.
Goodness.
And start charging you by the megabyte. But until then, that was a tangent. Anyway, so we've had this first year, we've had some highs, Quest 64, had some lows, convention vlogs. I think the convention vlogs do slightly worse than like our opening Pokemon cards videos.
Wow.
And go to a convention. It says a lot, and conventions cost a lot more than $7. So anyway.
Indeed.
So that's a thought. But we're back. We're back at it again. Will, are you ready to hear some of what we have in store?
Ooh.
Much of which you don't know about. We got...
Wow, that I don't know. Ooh.
Here we go. We got Sonic Adventure 1. We're going to talk about Sonic Adventure. I feel like I'm always afraid of talking about Sonic Adventure because the Sonic fans know a lot about Sonic. And if I misidentify one polygon, people are going to come at me. Whereas with Quest 64, I could have just lied throughout that video and no one would have known. Now, to be clear, I was as honest as possible. But Sonic Adventure is a game that people know quite well, and I'm going to talk about like slight differences in versions. And if anything's even slightly amiss, people will come at me.
That, you know, maybe it will be a good test for yourself of, given the Wave 64, Wave Race rather, omissions and corrections, this will be probably like, you know, you're the one who's committing to going into the weeds of Sonic Adventure, and like they'll take you to task, and that'll like really kind of put your thorough academic sources to good use and your meticulousness. So
yeah, our research, I like to think our research has improved, but that just means it takes longer to make videos. It takes a while to do things the right way. A little fun fact. Okay, so Sonic Adventure 1 coming up. The Sims original, we're going to talk a little bit about the Sims original and one very specific part of the original Sims that I am really excited to talk about. Ooh. Actually, you know, I can just say it now and bleep it so people can't hear it, but you can hear it, Will. We're going to talk about how...
I feel like I've heard that. Like deep-seated knowledge, but like that's interesting.
Yeah, Will's interested, so yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And we're going to talk a little bit about theme parks, but from a game studies perspective. And there's so much more there than you might expect. And so the intersection of theme parks and video games, I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be a joyous video. We might even stretch it out into like a 4-part series. Ooh. 10 hours, Blu-ray disc, like comes in like a box set.
Wow.
Anyway, that's gonna be a great series. I am excited for that. Well, I'm spitting all over the paper and you can see it. And sadly, we record these in 4K, so that's not ideal. Anyway,
someone's gonna enhance and like zoom in on your like spit particles. Here it comes.
Yeah, please do not purchase the Topaz software and zoom in. And you know, coming up on season 2 of Computer Lab Hijinks, Sonic Adventure 1, The Sims original, theme parks. Will's gonna be here, folks. It's gonna be quite incredible, and yeah, and We're going to keep going with the Nintendo 64 saga, but I've put a qualifier on it. Ooh. So we have previously announced we're going to do every N64 game in release order and do like a video essay or a review of them. We're adding a qualifier, and Will, you'll probably guess right away what the qualifier is.
Released in North America?
Oh, that was already on there.
Oh, okay.
Every N64 game in release order in North America.
First party?
Almost. It's an exception. We're putting an exception on here.
I'm clueless. Fill me in.
We're losing a whole genre of games that I don't want to play. 2 genres, actually.
Maybe because of the quantity platformers?
Damn, you're so far. I thought you would get this right away. Will, let's all shame Will in the comments.
God.
Let's all throw tomatoes at Will. Okay. Every N64 game in release order in North America, except no sports games.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, no sports games. And we're going to omit most fighting games. Not all of them, but most of them. Which means that our next review will be Cruisin' USA. Have you played that game, Will?
I have not.
It is so bad.
I know you've talked about it a little bit.
And it's published by Nintendo. And I hesitate to say that it's the worst game Nintendo's ever published, because I'm sure there's something like Mario's Fart Adventure or something on like the 3DO. I don't know. Anyway, only the classiest of jokes here on Computer Lab Hijinks.
Naturally.
We're going to continue the complete N64 saga without some fighting games and without any sports games, because
although
if
we consider like skateboarding a sport, I'm gonna assume Tony Hawk is on the table.
Oh, fair point. Yes. Skateboarding is a sport, and yes, we're definitely going to play Tony Hawk.
Given you are the master.
Oh, I love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. However, that game came out quite late.
Indeed.
So Tony Hawk 3, as I'm sure a lot of people know, is the last N64 game. Tony Hawk 1 is probably still pretty late in the development. So it's still like, if we do one of these a month, it'll still be like another couple years before we get to like Ocarina of Time and stuff. Anyway,
we're gonna be 60-year-old men being like, "Oh yes, let me rip out some sweet moves on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3."
Yeah, I don't know why I'm allowed to have a show. Anyway, our next game will be Cruisin' USA, and then we have a fun little like game show type thing that we've shot the pilot of. That's on that's going to be on Patreon. Little game show type thing, just me and Will, and folks, it's good. It's pretty good. We're going to keep making this show until YouTube tells us to stop. But until that day, we're going to keep on computer labbing. We've also removed... Oh boy, I'm saying this way out of order. The Kirby image is gone just because I don't want to mess with any... Nintendo's weird about copyright, so we'll find something else to put there. But until then, it remains empty. And on that note, lots of good stuff coming down the pipeline. New background image. Whoa. Cruisin' USA. Will
changing the landscape.
Yeah. Also, sound off in the comments if you want what I want, which is a 4-hour video or however many hours of Will playing through the entirety of Demon's Souls.
Wow.
With some fun commentary, maybe some game studies texts. Ooh. Maybe some game studies texts. I'm not even going to edit that to correct it. It's texts. It's like the phrase I edited it. Anyway, we're really rolling late. Anyway. We'll see you in the next video. So thank you for watching Computer Lab Hijinks. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Will.
Telling you to keep your files safe, keep your passwords managed, and for goodness sake, don't click on any strange links. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Oh.